Hello Internet, this is Scott with Scott's Garage, and today I am privileged to be working on my 2012 Ford Fusion Hybrid. In this video I will show you how to replace the two front lower control arms. There are two lower control arms for each wheel. In a previous video I showed you how to replace the upper control arm, see link below, and this project will be in two parts, video 1 and video 2. Okay, what we're doing here is we're going to measure the top of the fender well to the center where the bearing is located. This is a very important measurement. After we take the wheel off, raise it up, replace the lower control arms, we're going to preload them before we tighten everything down. All the rubber parts have memory in them, and if you don't preload something, you're going to wear out the parts more. So this is the riding height of the car, and if I measure that, the center to the top of the wheel well, it's measuring exactly 15 inches. So this measurement will become important later in the project. Please note from the start that I already have the car jacked up and jack stands. I cannot say this enough, safety first. I have the entire car on stands, but please note I have a total of 5 actually, and also some blocks, cinder blocks in the front. These front stands are extremely substantial, and just safety first. Okay, one of the first things I'm going to do is use this product. This is amazing stuff, blaster, and it's a penetrating catalyst. So I'm going to spray all the bolts and nuts that we want to loosen for this job. Okay, what you're seeing here is the bottom of the knuckle, and these nuts are 23 millimeter. Okay, here is the rear-facing lower control arm, and right up here, that is the forward-facing lower control arm. So what I'm going to do is loosen the bolt on these, both forward-facing and rear-facing, 15 millimeter. I've had a hate relationship with ball joints for decades. Ball joints are some of the hardest things to separate, and it very rarely happens easily. You watch videos where guys are able to do it within seconds, and it's never been the case with me. I've had to always try a variety of things, and one of the first things you need to do is get some of this stuff, blaster, penetrating catalyst, and in all the places where you're trying to loosen a ball joint, this happens to be a 2012 Ford Fusion, and this one's already been separated here, but you want to get that blaster in there. If there's rubber covering the ball joint, do whatever it takes. Take some pliers, and you're going to be replacing them anyway. So just get the rubber out of there and spray some of this stuff in there. Let it soak in, and that's been probably one of the biggest things for me. That it makes it a lot easier. Ball joint separators. I've tried several. I do use Harbor Freight tools from time to time. But they're cheap, they break quite easily. This particular one is a rental from O'Reilly's, and it's really good. It's beefier and that than Harbor Freight. And Harbor Freight too, you have to modify a little bit, grind it a little bit to make it fit on these Ford Fusions. This fit right away. Now, this little trick. One thing I did last night, I sprayed it, everything. I tried the ball joint separator, and it wasn't going. And you can keep cranking on these and snap the pin here. Don't do that. I've done that before. But I got it as tight as I could without breaking it, and I let it sit. And so this morning came out, and this was lying right here, and you can see, hopefully, yeah, there it is. So it's it just separated on its own overnight. And so that's sometimes what I do, and I'll do the same thing here. I have some other things I'm going to do. I'll get the separator on there, and it might just pop right away, or it may not. And so you can get the tension on there, and it just may pop when you're not expecting. But anyway, you got to try a variety of things. So again, I had this overnight on there, and it just on its own popped. It was nice to come here this morning. But what you can also do, and I'll do this now, I'm going to get this set up on this second ball joint here, and you need to hit the knuckle, this bottom part right here. Use whatever it takes. This is just a small sledge, and you just hit it. You can use an air hammer as well. I've used a variety of air hammers. Harbor Freight are really cheap, and sometimes you get what you pay for. This one I'm currently using, Ingersoll Rand. It's about, I don't know, $60 or so, and it's a lot better than Harbor Freight, but it's not the real big end. I can't afford a $400 air hammer, but this works well. You vibrate the knuckle, and that seems to be the main thing. Well, a variety of things. Hit it. You can also use a pickle fork. This one's designed to go on the air hammer, but again, I have to try a variety of ways. Eventually, they will break. Okay, I'm stopping it right there because I just don't want to break the pin. I've done that many times. I'm just gonna let it. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit with this front lower control arm ball joint still not popping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the bolt up here. This is 19 millimeter. I'm going to crack that and just give it some flex, hoping that I'll probably raise the wheel up a little bit too and start banging it again. And hopefully that ball joint will loosen. By the way, what I do with this bolt is put a huge extend out about actually 3 feet to the front of the vehicle, and then I have more leverage to get it out. There it is. It's a giant extension, 1/2 inch drive, again to get that lower control arm front out. Okay, next we need to remove the rear-facing lower front control arm. That's right here, and if you notice, the frame is right here, and once we loosen this bolt, if you can see that better, we're gonna clunk right into the frame. So what we have to do is lower the subframe slightly. With this bracket, you can remove these bolts. One nut actually, that's a 22 millimeter, and these are 15 millimeter bolts. We're going to remove those, and they'll take the plate off. And then what we're going to do is take a crowbar, and we're going to just take a crowbar and just lower the crowbar, force it to come down slightly, and give us enough room to get that bolt out. Hey, thanks for making it this far in the video. If you like the video, please hit like. It costs you nothing, but is of great value to me. Please also consider subscribing to Scott's Garage and hit the bell notification for upcoming videos. Now, I am not a professional mechanic. I'm simply a backyard mechanic, a do-it-yourselfer. I've loved working on cars since my teenage years. This literally is my garage. Would love to have you come back and watch another episode of Scott's Garage. Please also consider downloading the Brave browser. Now, I heard about Brave for months. Various YouTubers didn't check it out, but I did a couple months ago. Absolutely love it. I've been using it ever since. It's very fast, very safe, very secure, very unique. You can disable all ads if you want to, or you can get paid to watch ads using the Brave browser. Check it out. Have a great day.